It's KBKW's Coffee Talk on FM 94.7 and AM 1450. And time now for the Insider Report with Everett Hughes. Good morning, Everett.
And we're still on the inside, and we know it all.
Really?
Well, that's our claim to fame.
Oh.
But anyway, here's the deal. With all the IRS stuff going on,
Yeah.
and I tried to cover this once upon a time in January, but nobody even knew about it, so I didn't cover it. But I'm going to cover it now because the lawsuit that the IRS lost on, they've appealed.
Really?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
What it is the IRS statement on court ruling related to return preparers. Now, for a bunch of years, the IRS had this program all set up. They were going to license and they were making tax return preparers take a test and have so many hours of continued education in order to prepare federal tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all of us already licensed people, enrolled agents, CPAs, attorney, we didn't think this was a bad idea because the public goes down the street to the local storefront, and you have no guarantee that that tax preparer has any certification at all or that they're under any level of scrutiny.
And so what happened? That they
well,
lost?
I mean,
They're going back to court?
Do you think that's a good idea? Don't you think tax preparers should be under some kind of scrutiny?
You know, some people are looking for a cheap way out, and they end up, biting themselves. But I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would go to somebody that's a pro.
Well, exactly correct. That's exactly correct. But now, don't you think, with all the people out there, there should be a system that encourages them to pick somebody that is somewhat, at least a minimum of requirements. Well,
I would think so.
Well, the IRS had this plan. They had implemented it, and on January 18th of 2013 this year, the court, United States District Court for the District of Columbia, enjoined the Internal Revenue Service from enforcing the regulatory requirement for registered tax return preparers. In other words, they got sued and they lost.
So obviously, I think they would go to a higher court, right? Is that the plan?
Well, you know what? If they either that or they just back up and go away. But now here's the important part. Now a lot of this had to do this update because all the fees that they paid for the test, the IRS is refunding all these fees to all these people that took this tax return preparer test. But now an update is that on March 29th, 2013, they appealed the district court opinion. The appeal was filed on March 29th, 2013. Now, and their statement is, we remain confident in our legal authority and committed to protecting taxpayers through implementing reasonable standards in the tax preparation area. The IRS's statement is, we only thought we were protecting taxpayers, and we thought we were implementing reasonable standards in the area of tax preparation. And they were sued and they lost. And they've appealed that decision. So it's going to be interesting. Now, I mean, I'm going to be in there live next week. It may be a topic next week, Doug.
Sure.
How many people in listener land believe that the IRS should be able to regulate tax preparers? That might be a question.
Well, I don't see now why were they sued? I mean, is it the people that don't want to take the test that sued? Who sued here?
The people that did not want to be part of the IRS program sued. The United States District Court agreed with them.
Okay.
Okay. Then said that the IRS did not have the authority to license tax preparers.
Oh. Okay. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how this goes.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see how it goes, and I'm in favor of there being. I mean, I guess I'm in favor of it because they've got me. I've got to have 30 hours a year strictly in taxation, continued professional education, and I hear all kinds of stories about people just on the street, no credential. And they're just...
You got to know what you're doing. Well, we're out of time, but if people want more information from me, they can give you a call at 533-4131 or go to that website.
And the website's totally updated, everetthughes.com, and all the insider reports.